a scaled-down ceremony on Monday, former Minister of Transport Renwood Wells received his instruments of appointment as the new Minister of Health. And while some observers have questioned the mechanical engineer's ability to head that ministry amid a global health pandemic, Wells insisted that he doesn't need a medical background to serve in that capacity.
There are lots of countries around the globe at this point in time who have ministers of health who are not doctors, and some of them have been doing quite well with the pandemic. We have Singapore that has an electrical engineer as the Minister of Health. I happen to be a mechanical engineer, and I think the response of Singapore in regards to how it's handled the COVID-19 pandemic has been excellent.
His appointment comes as the country battles a surge in COVID-19 cases. Since the country's borders reopened to international commercial travel on July 1st, there have been 49 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Wells warns that residents could face even more restrictions if the numbers continue to swell.
And, based on the data, based on the current circumstances that we find ourselves in, the government of the Bahamas will make the requisite decision to protect the lives and the livelihood of the Bahamian people.
Wells fills the post more than 2 months after former Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands stepped down after having taken responsibility for 6 permanent residents landing in the country at a time when hundreds of Bahamians were stuck abroad. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis served as Minister of Health, but too has received criticism over his inability to make himself available for questions, as well as for meetings with key stakeholders like the Consultant Physician Staff Association, who has repeatedly expressed disappointment over the PM's failure to meet. Wells said as competent authority, Minnis just did not have the time.
And so he would not have had time to be able to meet with them in that time frame. I'm here now. I will meet with them and hear their concerns and seek to address them going forward.
Wells's old portfolio as Minister of Transport and Local Government now falls in the lap of Labor Minister Dion Folks, who once held responsibility for the Post Office, Port Department, and Maritime Authority.
Given my experience in the Ministry of Labor, I don't foresee an issue with handling both ministries.
Folks also addressed the wide-scale layoffs in recent months due to the economic fallout from COVID-19. He says the government is still in talks with business owners in an effort to keep as many people on the job as possible.
We are going to do all that we can to ensure that each Bahamian family who is affected by COVID-19 have some level of support.
For the Guardian News Network, I'm Kyle Joaquin.